Hello and welcome to Your Simplified Coin Review. Today we are going to be looking at 6 coins in the top 100 on CoinMarketCap that I believe are undervalued, and I'm going to tell you why on each one. Before we go any further, go ahead, do us a favor, click that subscribe button, follow us along on the channel. Big shout out to everybody smashing that like button, smashing that subscribe button, everybody getting our notifications. We appreciate you very much. So let's head on over to CoinMarketCap, and first we are going to look at Stratis. It is currently coming in at number 38. And so the coins I'm going to be talking about today, what I mean by undervalued is I believe where they are ranking wise and market cap wise does not reflect where I believe each one of these coins or tokens are going. So Stratis, and also just so you guys know, today is May 6th that I'm recording this. That's important if you're watching this in the future because some of these, maybe they've risen by then. I suspect probably a lot of them will have. So why do I like Stratis? Stratis is a platform that is doing exactly what it says on the website. We make blockchain easy for you. So the more in depth that we get with blockchain, the more that companies want to understand how to put their supply chains on the blockchain, how they can put, different aspects of their business, how they can integrate it with blockchain technology. There has to be a platform that's going to help these businesses to do that. Because right now, if most businesses wanted to just switch over to blockchain, they couldn't do it. They wouldn't know how. They don't have the people in place. And some of the people who they would have in place are now leaving their technology jobs and financial jobs and moving over to crypto. So it's going to be really important to have someone to help with that transition. We've also talked about Ontology, which is trying to do something similar, but of course it is more based out of China. So these two are pretty similar. It could be big for helping companies to adopt blockchain. All right, let's look at ARK. ARK is undervalued, I believe, at number 64 on CoinMarketCap. When I go to look at news stories, I go to Reddit. That's how I get my news stories, right? I think most people, that's probably the first place you guys go, or maybe you have a bigger one like CoinDesk. But I go to Reddit, and on Reddit, it seems like almost every day there is a story about ARK in the top posts for the cryptocurrency subreddit. So there's a lot of talk behind this. There's a lot of action behind it. And at number 64, I feel like it could be big. Now, what is ARK? All-in-one blockchain solutions, point-click blockchain. About ARK. So the point I want to specifically highlight here is this sentence. We aim to create an entire ecosystem of link chains and virtual spiderweb of endless use cases that make ARK highly flexible, adaptable, and scalable. So if you've watched our OneChain review, we brought up ARK. OneChain is trying to do something bigger, I would say. It's trying to cover more different areas, as ARK is really specifically trying to connect blockchains. So that's really big. The more blockchains that we have, obviously the more important it is going to be for us to have a way to connect them, because when everything is separate, it's harder to move things between wallets. You got to go through exchanges. So this would kind of be something that you would be able to use in order to facilitate that process. So ARK would be kind of the glue that would hold all of the blockchains together, make trading between them easier. You wouldn't need necessarily specific trading pairs. And I think that's really good. So right now we got all these blockchains and they don't have integration. So I think ARK is undervalued. Let's look at Loom Network. Loom Network has been rising very fast and fierce. And right now it is coming in at number 67. And let's look at the chart on this one, and you will see it has had quite a spike. It's only been out on CoinMarketCap since the middle of March, and now it has dipped some. I do believe that it will be heading up every time. What I really like about Loom is every time it goes down, it has a very volatile upward spike immediately after. I mean, look, from here to here was a climb. From here to here was a climb. From here, obviously, all the way up to here was a climb. So it tends to go up a lot when it goes up. Now, what is Loom? So Loom is the next generation blockchain platform for large-scale online games and social apps. So basically, think CryptoKitties, okay? CryptoKitties is an Ethereum-based game. I didn't know people are still playing it. I never personally got involved with it. We did a news story on a guy that made, I think, $1.2 million on it, but that's a long story. Basically, Ethereum-based games are built on the Ethereum blockchain, and they produce like these kind of collectible type items that you can have. So what Loom is trying to do is connect games like that, so large-scale online games and collectibles and social apps. And I also believe that what they're wanting to do is take like massive online games and put the collectibles that you can get, whether it be a weapon or a certain set of clothing, apparel, whatever it may be, and put that on the blockchain, which means like you can't just go, let's say you play Fortnite and you want a certain knife. I don't play Fortnite. I guess you have knives. I don't know. But let's say you play Fortnite and you want a certain knife. Well, you could just go somewhere and buy that knife. We talked about Wax Coin, which is a way you can buy items like that for, I think, PUBG. I don't think Fortnite's necessarily on that network. But the thing is anybody else can go on there and buy it too. Well, with Loom, they're going to be able to create the collectibles on the blockchain, so you know when you purchase an item, it's a one-of-a-kind that nobody else is going to have it, and that's how you can kind of stay unique. So there's nothing worse than, showing up at the dance and somebody's wearing the same dress as you, right? Yeah. So next, we have Kyber Network coming in at number 69. It's Rob Gronkowski's favorite network. So Khyber Network, as you can see here, total supply 215 million Kyber Network coins. And as you look at the chart, obviously it followed the crash like everything else, and then it has had a big dip. It has had a big rise lately. It had one day, as you can see at the bottom of the chart here, that had super high volume. There's been a lot of news with Kyber Network. It's been partnering with some different companies. But what is Kyber Network? So Kyber Network is a trustless exchange for cryptocurrencies, aka a decentralized exchange. And we've talked about decentralized exchanges, and I believe, that's where we're heading in cryptocurrency. Binance has already said they're going to be coming out with their own decentralized exchange. So I think that the Kyber Network has, right now has a good opportunity to get in there and maybe become the premier decentralized exchange. So right now, for us people who are really thick into crypto, we know decentralized exchanges are the future, right? But for your normal person, they probably don't get past Coinbase. If they do, Binance is usually as far as they go. And if they ever tried to use any of the other decentralized exchanges, like for Delta, they are going to find, or Crypto Bridge, they're going to have a real hard time trying to figure out how to use it. So I think Kyber Network has a really good chance to possibly become, until Binance creates their decentralized exchange, maybe the premier decentralized exchange. So for that reason, I think it is undervalued. So Polymath or Polymath, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. Maybe you can let us know. I'm going to call it Polymath for the current moment. It has had quite a charge lately, as you can see, followed. Its crash actually happened in February. It was actually did not debut on CoinMarketCap until the beginning of February, so it missed the crash. As you can see at the bottom, the volume has been picking up quite a bit, and it's been on a very steady climb for the last few weeks. I know a lot of people who like this coin and say it is very underrated. Why? Okay, let's look at Polymath. I believe their logo is super awesome. It's a bull. We all know we love the bulls, hate the bears. I'm big on branding. I talk about it all the time. I think they've got a really sweet platform. The website is really good. They have a strong community behind them. So what is it? The next mega trend in crypto is the emergence of securities tokens. So here it talks about the difference between securities tokens versus utility tokens. So utility tokens are access to protocol, purchasers, unregulated crowd sales, while as security tokens are ownership of assets, investors expecting profit, and regulated offerings, KYC. So basically what this means is that the security tokens are much safer than the utility tokens. They have backing behind them, they have regulation. And so what is Polymath? Polymath is trying to make it easy to launch tokens or coins in the form of securities instead of as utility tokens. So the more we move towards regulation, I think the bigger this is going to get. So I think this is a very undervalued coin coming in at number 96. So we're going to go all the way to the bottom of the barrel. This was actually number 99 when I picked out my coins. And right now it's at 101. So it's a little bit out of the top 100 right now. But like I said, it could easily slide back in. It is Power Ledger. So what is Power Ledger? Power Ledger is the world's leading peer-to-peer marketplace for renewable energy. So it is a way that people can share energy. And let's talk about a few things in the world that are big right now. Climate change, right? Renewable energy. That's something that's very big, that's very popular. You know, a lot of people would argue that is the biggest concern toward mankind right now. I'm going to stay out of that argument. I don't really know. I am not a scientist, so I'm going to let them fight over that. I'm also not a politician. I'm going to let them fight over it as well. But at the end of the day, renewable energy, because of the emphasis on climate change, is going to become bigger and bigger. So that is something that's big. What's something that people hate? Well, people hate financial institutions, but also people hate large companies that hold monopolies over them. So where I live, I only have one source for power. There's only one company that I can go to. There's only one cable company I can go to. These utility companies, they have monopolies in your area. I still haven't figured out how in the world the government allows these companies to come in and be the only salesman in town where you don't have a choice. As far as my gas, I only have one choice for that. And my water, I've only got one choice for that. So, you know, I think that the demonopolization of the world will couple with the decentralization of the world. So for that reason, by using Power Ledger and being able to share renewable energy, it's a way for you to kind of fight back against the utility company. So I think Power Ledger has a lot of stuff to like about it. The market cap of Power Ledger is $196 million. The total supply is 1 billion coins. I know a lot of people that like this one. So I really like to look for companies that are doing unique things. Some of the ones that we talked about today do have some competitors that are doing some similar things. But like I said, the important part today is I believe they're undervalued for where they are in the top 100. But as far as Power Ledger goes, I just believe Power Ledger is trying to do something good. It's trying to do something useful. And if they can achieve it, it's very unique. And they could become a leader in the power field, especially when it comes to renewable power. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've learned a lot. I hope that there are some tokens or coins here that you can take and do your own research on and maybe possibly buy or hold or tell people about, whatever it may be. Remember, none of anything I say on these videos is financial advice. They are meant to empower you to go and learn more about each one. These were not super technical reviews. They also are not fully in-depth coin reviews. I'm just trying to give you guys something to think about if you're interested in finding some new coins, some new alts to invest in. These are some that could be on your radar. So don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and follow us along on the channel. Smash that like button. Until next time, that was your Simplified Coin Review.